Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura, and today is March's what I colored. So, to be fair, I don't know if I really colored all of this in March or if some of it ran into April. I haven't been marking my pages. I've been really lax about that, and I don't know if I'm gonna start again, or I don't know. We'll see. And I haven't even tabbed all of these. I've tabbed some of them, but not all of them. So, and I don't even know if I've shown you some of these already. That is how bad this has gotten. So I apologize if some of these are repeats. Just enjoy the show. Let me move this. Okay. So let's start with Mythographic Enchanted Relics by Weronika Kolinska. She is my current favorite mythographic artist. Sorry, I have ants. I don't understand where they're coming from. I'm not even sure I really want to know. Like, do I want to know how many ants are in my house right now? Probably not. We'll ignore them for now. Okay, so she's my current favorite mythographic artist. And this is just where I've been. This is like my coloring stash of stuff. So I've got like, I'm only using markers right now. No pencils. So I've got like my Pitt pens, Zig Clean colors, which apparently there are 180 of them. I can't even imagine owning 108. I have 40. I counted, but I would love to own more. These are the Tombow brush markers. And then these were just some like Ohuhu basic markers. And then I have a bunch of like scrap paper to put behind stuff. That's a whip. So here we go. I did mark these and I did date these. The month anyway, not the date. So this is the first one. I had so much fun with this. This was just a delight. Oh, and the gold is really shining super well on camera. I used the whole thing as water-based markers. Like all of the foreground stuff as water-based markers. And then the background is acrylic marker. And then I outlined some of the stuff in acrylic marker too. Not all of it, just some of it. I like this one. This is one of my favorites probably. Then we've got this one, which is also all water-based marker. And I think I meant to go back and add some gold detail on the helmet, but I forgot. I tried to make it look like, you know, leaves in the background. Yeah. And then we've got this one. This is just water-based marker, and it's not my favorite out of all of them, but I did enjoy it, so that's what matters, right? That's it from Enchanted Relics. And then we've got Magic Apothecary by Shelley Carroll. I guess I did this one. Is that really it? No, there's more. I don't even remember doing this one. It's been a while, I guess. I wish I had done the background in acrylic marker, but I didn't think about it. So I did it with water-based marker, and it's pretty streaky. I like this one. I like all the flowers and her hair, and it's just really nice. And then I did this one. Again, all water-based markers, except this has some gold detail on like the runes and stuff, and I like the birds. This was the first one I did in this book. I really like it. Again, all water-based markers. In fact, these might have all been zebra mild liners. I bet they were. And then there's some gold in the stars. So yeah, that's Mythographic Magic Apothecary. Oops. And then we've got Enchanted Earth by Melpomene Chatsupenjatu. This one, I didn't mark it. I saw one. I guess this one. This feels like such a long time ago that I did this. This has been such a long month. I'll do a color in chat and I'll update you all what's been going on, but it has been such a long month. And this was also with zebra mod liners. And I forgot to color the house. Maybe I'll come back and do that. Maybe I won't. But I like this one. There's one in the front. I'm just... Maybe not. Okay, so that was it out of Enchanted Earth. Let me get the other one. Did I actually do any in here? I don't think I did that one. I did this one. So this was also with zebra mod liners. I really like how this turned out. This was also with a little bit of Ohuhu water brush markers, water-based markers. I like the colors. Yeah, I just really like this one. I like the colors I chose for the specific flowers. I tried to guess what some of them were and what they would look like. I think that's it. That's an old one. Yeah. And then we've got, let me get the other one. I know I have one in here. So Circle of Life by Melpomene Chatsupenjatu. This was a long-term whip. And I finally got around to finishing it. So I started this off with pit pens, which is why the mountains are so vibrant. And yeah, mostly pit pens for most of like the foreground, and then the background was pencil, and I was shading with pencil, but I was having a lot of trouble shading on top of the dark purple. So what I ended up doing was coming back, and since I'm not using pencils right now, I pulled out some markers and finished shading the trees with marker, did a little extra shading in the mountains with marker, and then I did some color shifting stuff, you know, not color shifting, but like light reflecting into the water here with markers. And then I did up here and around the clouds, I did Ohuhu acrylic markers. And this color that I used over the clouds wasn't opaque enough to cover the lines, but it was for like around here. I think it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I know I say that for like everything. When there's a little bit of gold, I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit of gold here and there floating around in some sparkles. So it's good to have that one done. Let's get on to some Easter pages, since as I'm filming this, today was Easter. I don't think I've shown you these. If I have, I apologize. I did these two little cuties in the pond. This was all, again, water-based marker. I think a mix of them. I think at this point I was using a mix. Did the goats. And this was a mix of markers again. This one in memory of someone. Again, I'll get more into it. A family member passed away, and not my mom. She's okay. But somebody else passed away, and it's memory of him, because he was a gardener. So I like this one. This is probably my favorite that I've done in the book so far. That was with zebra mildliners, I think. I might have used something different for the soil. I don't know. That's color. I didn't say that's Color Meister for kids. And the artist is Ella Jarzabek. I liked the Color Meister for kids ones. Next up is Enchanted. This is by Cider Mill Press. Part of their Masterpiece coloring book series. I saw Brittany. I can't remember her full channel name. I just watched her big haul video, and she said that they're coming out with another one. I think it's called Celestial, and I went and added it to my wish list because I love this one. So I've did this one. And this was all with zebra mildliners, I believe. They do give a really unique color palette. Kind of candy coated, you know, kind of like candy. Because this is the same way. This one's going to get me emotional. I colored this one specifically. I mean, I love the image, but because there's a little kitty right here, and I made him orange like my baby Clover, and I hope, for me, this is my hope for him, that, you know, when he's passed over, that this is what he gets to be where he gets to be. You know, that a big garden, which is like his favorite place to be, full of flowers and places to hide and places to sleep, and so that's why I colored this one, and that's why I made him a little orange guy. Although, to be fair, I make most of my cats orange. And then I did this one, and I don't know if I'm going to come back and do a background or not. I might, but I'm going to call it finished for now, and if I do a background, it's just a bonus. This was just a really easy page, and I just kept going in this book, and I don't think I did anything else in this book. I need to come back to it, though. Then I got the Flower Fairies coloring book. And I started at the beginning. Again, mostly zebra mildliners. This was earlier in the month before I'll do it in my next coloring update video. I will show you my current water-based marker storage solution, and it's in this baggy thing, and like everything I need is right there. It's great, so I'll show you. If I thought about it, I would have brought it here to show you now, but I forgot. So I did that one, this one, and I wish I had done something different with the background because it's super shooky, but I could always go back over it again with something else if I wanted to. And then it tells you on the back of the page, sometimes it tells you the name of the picture, and then sometimes it tells you which flowers are used, which flowers are in there. So like this one says daffodils and crocuses, which is why I colored them that way. This one says it's a columbine and pansy fairies, and I did not look up to see what columbine specifically looked like and exactly what a pansy looked like. I can't remember, but I just had a good time. And then I did this one, the little fairy right here. I like this one. I probably wouldn't do a background on this because it's so busy. I like this one. I like this one the most, I think. And then I skipped that one. Oh, I like this one too, though. It's like I'm revisiting all these pages, and like I haven't seen them in a month, and so I'm enjoying them. And then I skipped a couple. This is the Iris Fairy. This one was harder because it was just like a bunch of flowers, and I had no idea what to color them. So I had a hard time with that one. And then I was working on this one and this one together. And of course I stopped, and now I don't know what color I used. But it's King Cup flowers and lavender tulips, and king cup flowers. So the king cup flowers are these. And this is the same thing. This is the king cup and lavender fairies. So I was going to do them side by side so I'd have the same colors. And that's where I left off, and that's where my paper is. So I will get back to that. And then we've got Johanna Basford's Wonderful Wildflowers. I did mark these. Look at that. I don't know what these were, just markers. All of these, I want backgrounds on. But I'm going to show you anyway because I'm probably not going to come back and show you when they have backgrounds. If I remember, I will. But in case I don't, we're just going to show and tell now. So I feel like this is such a plain page, and I want to use gel crayons and put in some cool backgrounds. This one I gave a background with marker. This was all zebra mild liners. Well, no, it wasn't. These purple leaves or something different. It's very vibrant, and it kind of hurts my eyes to look at it. These two, technically I haven't finished because I didn't do the little butterfly moth things. I'm just stuck on what I want those to be. These are done. And again, I'm going to do a gel crayon background. Or maybe an acrylic background, or I don't know, something. I might just cover these up. I don't know. This little guy with the poppies. I made them poppies. I don't know what they were supposed to be, but they're poppies now. Again, I didn't color in the stars because I wanted to do a gel crayon background and then go over them with gold. I did the thistle and the snowdrops. Again, some kind of background is needed, is wanted, but unsure. This one I will probably not do a background on because there's so much going on. It's just a wallpaper page, and I've done backgrounds on wallpaper pages and they really irritated me. The process. They look good when they're done, but all of this is still water-based marker. I shaded a lot with water-based marker on this page. I like this page, it's nice. This page, oh look, I forgot to color the butterflies again. Apparently I get stuck on little details like that, like what to color them, and I usually just end up going in with like glitter gel pen and coloring them in because I can't decide. So, I don't know, we'll see. This page is, again, water-based marker, and I did the background up to, like, here is light green, and then it goes into yellow, and I thought because the background, the foreground is so windy, I was able to kind of merge these two together a little bit, and I like this one. I like the bright contrast from the purples to the neons in the back. And this one, I didn't do any shading on this one, and I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to do a background on this one or not. I could use one, but there's like a lot of lines that, you know, if I were to use like an acrylic marker, they'd get covered up, and then what would I do then? And if I use gel crayon, I could probably get like in the middle here, but that might look kind of funny. So I don't know. We'll see. There's lots of potential left for that book, for all those pages. Then we have Moon Valley by Maria Troll. This was a gift from my mom for Christmas, I think. Or maybe it was my birthday. I don't know. Water-based markers. It's a, well, I don't know. Does this book show what they are on the back? They do. But this is a trumpet tree. There's one a couple houses over from me, and I can see it from the driveway. It's kind of a cool tree. I'm not sure I'd really want one in my yard, but I think they're kind of cool. There's another ant. That one I did January. And then this one I did this month, or last month. I don't know what flowers those are supposed to be, but I made them blue. That looked like a lily, and that looked like maybe a peony. But again, it's all markers. Got this one. Actually, we've got both of these, so I'll just show you both at the same time. This one with this cute little kitty, so I made him a little fuzzy gray kitty because the other cat that I take care of, his name is Fluffums. I gave him the name. And he was a stray. And he lives the best life now. Absolute best life. Even though he doesn't have a specific home that he lives in, he lives the best life. He lives at multiple homes. Multiple people are feeding him. Multiple people are taking care of him. He has what he needs all the time. And it makes my heart so happy that he's, chosen us to take care of him. So that's Fluffums. Little gray guy. Although, to be fair, Fluffums is kind of a big boy. But then there's this one, which I made carnations, because they look like carnations. The only thing I don't like about her books is where it has the plant register in the back. They're numbered, they're page numbers, but there's no page numbers on here. And sometimes I get confused, like, which page you start on. Like, do you start on this page? Or do you start on this page? Oh, I really like that page. Okay. So yeah, sometimes I just choose my own colors, and as much as I like having the guide to, help me pick out the colors, because I do have, like, color picking paralysis. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. I like this one. I can't quite remember what flowers these are. I don't know if they're supposed to be blue or not, but they are now. And then for Easter, I messed up her face. She's got, like, some serious shadow going on there. But for Easter, I did this bunny page, and again, the background is water-based marker, and there's like 3 layers to it because of the way the branches were forming. So it kind of looks like it could be a gradient if you squint. So yeah, that was Moon Valley. Last coloring book. And I don't know where I think it was this one. So I need to show you. So this is picture 11. I think this is the whip that I started with and that I finished, because this one I for sure did in March or maybe April. I'm a little fuzzy about that. This I actually swapped out some of the colors. It called for yellow because, like, every page in this book calls for yellow, and so I swapped it to one of the orange colors that never gets used. So I think it turned out really nice. It's one of my favorite pages from this book this month. I have to show you. This is picture 12. This is picture 12 plus 1. This is picture 13. I don't know why. I'm pretty positive this is an AI book, and I guess it had a hard time with 13, because it does go to 14 for the next one. Did this one. These are all done with Bible highlighters. It's my favorite medium to do these with. Here I think I did the same thing. I think I swapped the yellow for the orange. I like that one. I find the pages when I follow it exactly always come out looking really similar. So I like switching it up. This one's fun. I changed some of the markers, so I have like a color palette. Wait, is it here? No, I think it's with my other book. So I I have a color palette page for these books, and because of course the Bible highlighters don't really look anything like that, and so I swapped out some of the colors just for a change, and so like I have this bright green in here now, and this mint green, so that's different from all the other ones. And then this one was like a snowflake. But something else interesting about this book. I love this book. It's my favorite color by number book at the moment. It says there's 100 designs. If you go to the back, 110. And like I wonder if there's really 110, or if there's pictures, you know, pictures missing, if there's numbers missing. I wonder if there's like, you know, are there bonuses? I'm waiting to get into some of these pictures, like where there's an actual picture going on and not just a mandala. So that's that. So that's the last of my coloring books. I wanted to show you 2 other things I've been getting up to. This could be in a coloring tidbits video, but I don't know when I'm going to film that, and I want to show you now. So I got these 2 Brain Games books. This is a company on Amazon that you can buy on Amazon, and they've got all kinds of, like, you know, activity books. They have a lot of word searches, and then they've got some of these, and they've got some different ones. If you're just looking for activity books, I recommend it. This one is the scavenger hunt puzzles, and admittedly it's a little funny because everything's just photoshopped on. Not one of my better purchases, but it is just, see, like, it's all just, you know, it's kind of like I Spy, except it wasn't actually created. Sweetie, hi. Except it wasn't created, you know, in reality. You ever seen those videos of the guy who made the I Spy books? Or, you know, the images for I Spy, that they're all, everything's hand placed. And I like that one, it says help. Everything's hand placed and you know, everything's put there with purpose, by hand. So that's kind of like this, except different, because I just thought it would be fun. The other one that I have been enjoying is this calm word search puzzles. I don't know what makes it calm, because they have other word search puzzles in large print, and I don't know what makes them this calm compared to the other ones. But spiral bound. You know, you got your stuff on one side and your search on the other side. I've been using a Bible highlighter to mark them off. Then I cross them off over here. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm this far. Am I this far? Yeah, I'm this far into it. So now I'm really into word searches again. I used to be so into word searches as a kid. I would spend so much time on, like, the ones you could get at the grocery store. And now, like, I don't even know where you can buy those paperback ones on Amazon. Because, like, unless you have a Barnes & Noble or something near you, I don't know where you'd get paperback ones in store anymore. Nowhere around here has, like, a magazine rack anymore, which is sad, because that was a fun place to be too. But anyway, enough chit chat. It's been 30 minutes. So thank you for watching. I will come back with a color and chat. No, I'm going to come back with a haul. If I have enough stuff for a haul. If not, I'll put in the coloring tidbits. But I'm for sure coming back with a color and chat to catch you up on what's been going on. So I will talk to you all again soon. Have a great day. Bye.